our children to gain freedom, to have a purpose for life, they need to be educated.
Roughly 20 years ago, when folks started to understand the enormity of well, firstly the AIDS pandemic, and then the consequent orphan crisis that would naturally flow out of that. That was where Lily started. The whole philosophy of it was, let's make these kids as comfortable as we can with as many opportunities as we can while they wait to die. Then with the introduction of antiretroviral drugs, obviously that improved still more, and to the point where we haven't lost a child in 2 years at Lily from age-related illnesses at all. And there's certainly none of the kids that are in any way in any danger of contracting full-blown AIDS. So although 72% of our kids are HIV positive, none of them have AIDS at the moment, and they're all doing very, very well. I think as an organization, but more importantly as a society, I don't think we've fully grasped that there's been a fundamental change. So we still understand the orphan crisis as shame. Here are some helpless children who've been dealt a really bad hand in life, and we just need to support them and give them love and care and as many nice things as possible while their miserable lives play out to whatever end they're going to be. We here at Lily have realized that that's not the case. These kids are going to live long, full lives. If we don't prepare them adequately, we are going to end up with an entire generation of disenfranchised, uneducated, emotionally scarred, physically ill, so they've still got the HIV, kids who will perpetuate a cycle of poverty and crime, violence, prostitution, etc. We want to build healthy structures around a normal kind of life so that we are raising well-adjusted, well-educated, emotionally stable, physically healthy, balanced individuals to go out into the world, to become our next leaders, etc.
LilyVale School was started in 2010, and I started the school with one class, but it was a class of 20 in 2010. At the moment we have got 85 learners, grade R to grade 6, and we hope to grow to grade 12. Our child is a vulnerable child. It's a child who has come from broken families, a child who has been abused, a child who has gone through a lot of trauma in life, a child who has been abused, a child who has been abandoned by family. So there is a lot of hurt, there is a lot of pain, there is a lot of healing that is needed. We are all trying to be parents, teachers, parents, mothers, fathers for these children, because they have got no parents. We are their parents. We have tried to limit the number of learners to around 15 in a class so that we can give them individual attention. There is a very exciting change and growth from the first group we started with in 2010. For instance, I'll take one learner in the special needs class who has got a reading level about 8.5. But he is in a special needs class, which is quite above someone who is in grade 8. So there is positive and exciting change we see already.
We've had a lot of success with broader education, so looking at things like music and art and dance and the things that aren't sort of viewed as your traditional academic subjects, but the things on the periphery that are very much education, but just not in your standard sciences and your maths and etc. So where we're going is to try and build up those opportunities and facilities around the traditional education to give our kids maximum opportunities to find their their place, to find their skills and natural abilities and passions and loves, and in areas other than your traditional academic areas.
It's really comforting. You feel like you've got a parent, and yeah, they just like mostly they just like the parents to the kids, because they just dedicate their lives to the kids at all times, and they just really love the kids. So you feel like you are with your parents, even though they're not real parents that are there for you. What I've always thought is that it was such an honor for me to come to this place, because I learned a lot, and I think what I've learned here, it's a big thing for me. I think it's something I wouldn't learn from outside.
We were blessed to have the mobile homes from guys who were working with the pipeline around Durban. So this is the space we have got at the moment. Major steps is building the infrastructure itself, but before building, we need finances to start the process of building. We provide them with food, clothing, shelter, good health, but still at 18 they need to leave the village. And where would they go if they don't have any education, if they don't have any skills to survive in the society, in the world out there? We want the world community to come alongside us. We want to make sure that being in a children's village does not mean anything. They can live a purposeful life. There is hope, and we are here to support them and give them hope. And we want the world as well to come alongside us and support us.